welcome to the Gamers Contingency. We're a new channel here, and today we're going to talk about Black Ops. This year is going to be completely different than previous cards. The score streak system that they have is dynamite. It gives you everything you want in Call of Duty. From the player that wants to capture the objective and shoot down aircraft and throw flash grenades and get his team some kills or some assists, that guy's going to be rewarded heavily for those things. Another huge change this year is, unlike previous Modern Warfares where everything's been stacked, you know what I'm talking about, like you call in your Predator missile, it kills 2 people, next thing you know you get your attack helicopter, you call that in, all of a sudden, depending on what you have set up, it gets 2 or 3 kills, next thing you know you're calling in your AGM, and you've done nothing since 5 kills. This year, not only does it stack, but it carries over from life to life. So what that means for you as a player, you're going to go in to a game, you're going to call in your UAV, you're going to call in your Hellstorm missile, but you called them in your second life, so you died. You call them in your second life, the kills that you received, and the assist that you get from your UAV contribute back towards your first tier, which is obviously going to be UAV if you had it. So if you're a good enough player to get, let's say, 8 or 9 kills in a row, you're going to get some pretty high kill streaks. Something like a helicopter or like a stealth chopper, as they have in the game. You're going to call that in, and it's going to do work for you, and it's going to give you towards your next level, and it carries over, and you're allowed to have more than 3 kill streaks, or 3 score streaks rather, in a life, and that's something that's completely different. Let's just talk about the score streaks as you see on the screen right here. Essentially, you have UAV and the RCXD. Everybody knows what those two are. The Hunter Kill is new. What that is essentially a paper airplane that you fly out and it homes in on a target and kills them. Then you have the typical care package, counter UAV. Everybody knows what it is. New is Guardian. Guardian's terrific. Guardian blasts sound waves on a particular target, depending on what path you choose to put it in, and it just hammers down that target. Players don't have a shot. Once you get into it, you're buried. I've played this game. I've had multiple kills from people just getting trapped in it and not being able to get out. Next we have the Lightning Strike, which is kind of a mix between mortar and napalm. You pick 3 targets, and then it basically launches an assault on those 3 targets. Then they brought back the Gatling gun, which everyone knows is. Next is the Death Machine and the War Machine. Essentially, the Death Machine from Black Ops 1, everybody knows you ran around the map with it, annihilated targets, but if you died, you lost it. This year is a little different. Now you're actually going to be able to keep it through the life. It just has a set amount of ammunition, and once the ammunition runs out, that's when it runs out. War Machine, exactly like Death Machine, only it's a grenade launcher. A little bit less effective because it takes longer to load. Then you have new is the Dragonfire, which everyone has seen in the videos. It's the quadcopter that you control. You can control, it's very easy to control, shooting targets, shoots them with a basically machine gun. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but to each his own. Next is the AGR, which is the Autonomous Ground Robot. That for me was terrific. Call this thing in, sort of like a care package, you throw the grenade, smoke comes up. Now people think they might be able to steal it, but they can't. It actually comes down in a crate, like a box, folds out, this robot comes flying out and just starts killing everybody. Best feature that you can get in and out of it. You could choose, I want to control it, or if not, you could just follow it around the map, or it'll do its own thing and you run across the map the other way. The next is the Stealth Chopper, which is a chopper that you call in a specific area. Then you have the Orbital VSAT, which comes back as, which is basically Blackbird returning. Next is the Escort Drone. Escort Drone is terrific. It's a helicopter that follows you around at a low altitude, but unlike the one from Modern Warfare 3, this thing actually kills everything in sight. It doesn't mess around. The reload time on the gun is 0, basically, isn't it? Then you have EMP, which is back. Warthog's new. Warthog's great. It's sort of like the stealth bomber, but it comes across the map 5 different times. Lodestar, which is basically a AGM with balls. The thing fires rockets rapidly and often. Then you have the VTOL warship, which is essentially the chopper gunner. Sorry about that. Then you have the Canines. They make their return. And then last is Swarm. Swarm is basically a set of planes, hunter-killer planes in the air, that come down and just absolutely annihilate the target one by one. But I will say Swarm was least effective in maps like on TDM, games like TDM. I would probably go with the Warthog over, because the Warthog takes 5 passes, and I'll tell you what, every time it passed, they got about 3 or 4 kills. So if you're a KD hound, then that's the kill streak for you. Personally, I love everything they've done in this game so far. I played a ton of it recently, and I was fortunate enough to get an early copy, and everything I've seen so far, they've taken every complaint that we've ever had about the game, pretty much, and fixed it. I'm going to make a video on the pick 10 system coming up. All the details as far as that has. They beefed that up as well. I hope you enjoyed. If you like, please subscribe. More videos to come. More footage from Black Ops 2 that I'm going to be releasing over the next couple days. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Thanks.